Coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good morning, Sycamorians, and welcome to our handwriting warm-up video for today. There's going to be a different video every day this week to help you warm up for handwriting, get ourselves limber and ready with some exercise. Joe Wicks style. I've included some trivia questions, so I'll ask you some of those as we go along when we have our rest time, just like with Joe Wicks. Only thing you are going to need is you're going to need a pencil at some point for an activity, and then you just need a bit of space. I'm going to go through different warm-up activities you can do to make sure your wrists and your arms are all ready, and I'm going to go through some different tips about holding your pencil, paper positioning, and then look at the joint itself. I've given myself only 40 seconds, I've got 8 seconds left. All you need to start off with is your 2 arms, get ready for the first activity. Here we go. Okay, your very first activity is called a hand push. And what you need to do is get your elbows out, put together as if you're praying, and what you're going to do is you're going to push them together. You should feel it in your arms up here for 5 seconds. So push and hold. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. And back. Pushing it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you should really be feeling it all the way along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. Ready for the next one. Okay, for this one, we're going to do some rest time. Fantastic. So, first trivia question today. Which city did the Titanic launch from? Which city did the Titanic launch from? Okay, ready for our next activity. But this one, you're going to need to hold your arms out a bit like this. We're going to do a figure of 8. So I'm going to start with my arm in the middle. I'm going to trace a figure of 8 that's fallen over with my arm. And I'm following it with my eyes. Do 1, 2, 3, I'll get time, 4, and 5 and swap over. 1, try and make it as big as possible. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, first quiz question. Which city did the Titanic launch from? The answer was Berlin. Berlin? Wasn't it? Was Belfast. Right, 10 seconds. We're going to do a bit of normal activity now. We're going to do press-ups next. So you get yourself down. You can do it as a plank. Ready with those press-ups. How many can Mr. Robson do? 2, 3. Your next quiz question. What is the first letter of the Greek alphabet? It's your next quiz question. First letter of the Greek alphabet. Ready? A bit of a rest. Press-ups are hard. Not a big fan of those. First letter of the Greek alphabet is alpha. Funnily enough, the word alphabet is Greek, or was taken from Greek, alpha and beta, which are the first 2 letters of the Greek alphabet. Alpha, bet, alpha. Okay. For this one, we're going to do some wrist circles. So we're going to put our arms out, palms up, thumbs in like that. It's a bit closer, thumbs in like that. Curl fingers round, then this way. And then we're just going to rotate our wrists clockwise, anti-clockwise. See if you can do them different directions, the same direction. There we go, fantastic. That's going to make your wrists really nice and loose. Okay, third quiz question. How many milligrams are there in a gram? Measurement. If you understand what milli means, you should be able to work out how many milligrams there are in a gram. Okay, for our next activity, we're going to do some toe touches going across. So we're crossing the midline. we're just gonna move between doing those toe touches. I've got my feet about shoulder length apart. Stretch. This is all good for your body, good for those skills, muscles that you need to use with handwriting. Remember when we looked at muscles? We had to do that activity where we predicted what muscles we used for different exercises. Well, handwriting involves quite a lot of these muscles. Definitely your core, definitely your wrists, those muscles in your arms. Make sure we've got that good posture. Right, quiz question. How many milligrams in a gram? There are 1,000 milligrams in a gram. Alright, our next activity. This one involves using your hands and arms. It's called tips only. I'm going to come a bit closer for this one. So for this activity, what you need to do is put your hand out like this, make sure it's straight, pointing to the sky. If you have got a table, you could always put your elbow on a table, and you're going to, holding the kind of joint there, not squeezing it, but holding it, you're going to form a hook with your fingers like that. I'm going to hold it for 5. No, sorry, hold it for 2. 1, 2, up. And then again. 1, 2, up. Do it with your thumb. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. Now, we're supposed to have some rest time, but if I were you, I would use your other hand as well during this time. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. A bit slow. 1, 2. That's probably better. Right, next quiz question. What is the largest land animal? Largest land animal. Okay, we're going to keep using our tips. We're going to do like creature crawl, so for the next couple of seconds, fingertips. And we're going to just crawl around on our fingertips. Really feel it in your shoulders. Right, largest land animal. It's a kangaroo. No, it's not. Fantastic. Right. Woo. What to say? I'm getting a sweat already. 10 seconds. Right, the next activity we're going to do is going to need a pencil. So make sure you grab yourself a pencil. Got mine. And for this, it's called walk and flip. And what you're going to do is, with one hand only, you've got fingers on, and you're going to walk your fingers to the top. When you get to the top of the pencil, flip it over. Do it again. Dip it there. It looks a little bit like a caterpillar. Ooh. Try and not do what Mr. Robson did. There we go. Once you've done 3 or so, swap to the other hand. Try and get it to the top. Flip it. I'll show you from that angle. Hey! Okay, you've got a bit of rest time. So you've crawled and flipped. I quite like that one, it's quite funky. Last quiz question. When was the first Wimbledon tournament? What year was the first Wimbledon tournament? Right, we're going to do one more activity. So we're going to do our final bit of exercise. We're going to do some squats. Back core strength when we're sitting down at the table. And hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, so when was the first Wimbledon tournament? What year was it? For those of you who don't know, a Wimbledon tournament is a tennis tournament that they hold every year in the summer, late summer usually. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. Interesting to see. They are starting to think about doing the football again, aren't they? Right, have a bit of a rest. Final quiz question. When was the first Wimbledon tournament? The first Wimbledon tournament, I wonder if anybody got close. I didn't know this. It was in 1877. That is 153 years ago. It's crazy. Crazy. so that's our warm-ups that we've done today. We have done our hand pushes, like the prayer, holding it. We have done the lazy 8, drawing across our body. For handwriting exercises, we've done wrist circles. We have done tips only, where we did our hooks. And there's another variation of that, which we will do tomorrow. And we've also done the walk and flick with the pencil. We're going to move on now. I'm going to take you over to the table, and we're going to have a look at positioning, so where your paper should be, and holding the pencil, and then we'll have a look at the join. Hey! All right, so here I come. Oh, fresh out of exercise. I've got my table. You might have a different setup at home, but I'm sure you've got a nice space. You've got maybe a piece of paper with your handwriting activity, practice the joins, and you've got a pencil and a piece of paper. First thing you want to think about when you're doing handwriting, when you're doing any piece of writing, is your desk and how you've set it out and how you've laid your paper out, because that can help you with just forming the letters more easily and writing more easily. Now, the first piece of advice they give you is to make sure you've got a chair which isn't too high or too low for the table. I've got quite a low chair today, but I've got enough space where I can lift my elbows. I haven't got them stuck on the table. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is, here's my piece of paper. You don't really want to have it directly in front of you. You kind of want to have it at an angle. Anywhere between 20 and 45 degrees. That would be 90, obviously. So halfway would be 45. And that would depend on whether you're right or left-handed as well. I'm right-handed, so I would have it pointing up to the left. If I was left-handed, I would have it going the other way. So you shouldn't be trying to write with it face on. You want to try and write with it angled. Brilliant. So that's, there you go. If you want to, you could imagine that if I had my ruler, here's my straight line, if it was straight, and I want to keep that ruler in the same place, but tilt the page so that it's a little bit angled. Sorry if it's a bit bright on the table for you. Now we get to picking up your pencil and how you should be holding it. Have it laid down so the point is facing you. You're going to take your index finger and your thumb, and you're going to pick them up. You're going to pinch it around just above, maybe a centimetre and a bit, just above the point of the pencil. You're going to lift it, so you've got it like that, and you're going to flip it so that it's sat in this area here, kind of like the saddle of your hand. You can see I've only got those 2 fingers gripping. I'm going to bring up my middle finger, and it's going to sit just underneath the pencil. So it's supporting the bottom of the pencil there. I'll show you that again. So I've got my pencil facing me, point facing me, 2 fingers just above a centimetre and a half maybe, and then you're going to flip it so that it's there. What I usually do, and I don't know whether I can show you that easily, is I use that middle finger to push and flip, and then my middle finger is in the right place that it should be for my writing. And then you've got your 2 other fingers are just curled underneath, nice and gently. Not tightly scrunched in, but nice and loose. Right, so now we're ready to do a bit of joining. Now, you've got not a too difficult job today. You're doing continuous cursive, so you definitely have got joined letters today, and we're joining A and I, which is quite a nice join because you haven't got any ascenders, so nothing's going to be going above the line, and nothing's going to go below the line because we haven't got any descenders. Whew. Now, I'm just going to swap out from this pencil because I don't know whether it will show up very well on the video. So instead, I'm going to use a handwriting pen. Same thing now, I'm going to pop it down, point facing me, flip it over, and I'm ready to do my writing. Okay. So the star at the bottom is your starting point. And that starting point is going to be on the line here. I'm going to go up, pushing up. So we've got our starting point down there because it's a join, it would have joined with the previous letter. I'm going to push up. Come back round, push it back round, up again, and down. And I've got to go straight up into my eye, so no pausing, and drag it down. My little flick at the end, my join should come up to that dotted line. Put my point to the top. Move along and do it again, so I should be able to do it a bit quicker this time. Start on the line, push up into the A, come around a bit like a C shape, back up, into my eye. And you can see I've not quite touched the bottom on that one, so let's try again. It's all practice. Push up, C shape, bring it round, down, up into the eye, stop at the top line. And there we have it. Got my join. Whew. Now you set out a little bit differently to mine, where you've got starting off big and then it gets smaller and smaller as you go down. That's fine. That's just to help you have it a bit more controlled, so you've got that proper letter shape and size when you get down to what would be normal writing, because we don't write in that huge size, do we usually? Brilliant, that's all there is to it. So have a bit of a practice with that. You've got some tasks afterwards where you can do a poster, or you can do some rainbow writing, whatever it is. You've got 9 different challenges you can choose from. Enjoy.